Your partner isn't simply choosing to stay silent, they are being forced into it. This silence is not a casual decision, not an act of indifference, and certainly not a sign that they have lost interest in you. Instead, it is the result of something much more profound, something almost invisible but deeply powerful, holding them back. It is as though there is an unseen force at work, a barrier that keeps them from doing what they truly want to do, reaching out to you. Picture this for a moment. They sit there, phone in hand, thinking about you. Perhaps they even start to type out a message, their heart urging them to hit send, but then, they stop. They put the phone down, not because they don't care, but because something stops them. Something much larger than either of you. This isn't a matter of willpower or a fleeting choice, it is as though an invisible wall has been placed between you. They might be right there, just on the other side of that wall, desperate to connect, desperate to tell you what they feel, but unable to take that final step. This is not just about a temporary setback or a misunderstanding that will clear up with time. No, it's as though an unseen hand has drawn a strong, unbreakable line in the sand. Your partner is standing on the other side of that line, staring at it, wanting to cross, but unable to. That inability does not come from apathy or lack of love. On the contrary, they may think about you more often than you realize. They may replay your conversations, wonder how you're doing, even miss you deeply. But something is holding them back, and it is not something they can easily overcome. This is where things get serious. This is not simply about them ignoring you. It is not about them choosing someone else, being careless, or deciding that you don't matter. No, this is about something far deeper, something that has created a silence so heavy, so consuming, that it has changed the very dynamic between you. And the most important thing for you to understand right now is this: their silence is not a reflection of how they feel about you. It is a reflection of the situation they have been forced into. You might be asking yourself, what could be so powerful that it keeps them from doing something as simple as sending a message? After all, it only takes a few seconds to write a text, to dial a number. But the truth is, this isn't just about time or effort. The reason they are silent is so significant that it has completely taken away their ability to reach out. It's not that they won't, it's that they can't. To really understand what's happening, we have to go back to the last time your partner reached out to you. When that happened, neither of you could have predicted what would come next. What started as a simple, ordinary conversation between the two of you quickly took an unexpected turn. It may have begun the way it always did, light, easy, just the two of you trying to connect. But before long, something shifted. The conversation spiraled. The energy changed. And suddenly, it wasn't just about the two of you anymore. Someone else got involved, a third party. This third party was not just a passive observer. They were someone with power, influence, and control over your partner's decisions and actions. Their presence altered everything. What should have been a calm, understanding conversation became charged with emotion. Tensions rose. Voices were raised. Harsh words were spoken. It escalated so quickly that it felt as though a storm had swept in, pulling both of you into its center. And in the middle of that storm stood this third party, intensifying the conflict, making it more complicated, more painful, more difficult to resolve. They weren't just watching from the sidelines, they were actively involved, pushing your partner into a corner, forcing them to make a choice. In the heat of the moment, lines were crossed, lines that should never have been crossed. And when the dust settled, the third party made something very clear: there would be consequences if your partner tried to contact you again. This was not a gentle suggestion or a casual warning. It was a threat, one that left a lasting mark on your partner. Suddenly, they were faced with an impossible decision: risk the repercussions that had been promised, or give up their ability to reach out to you. This was not a choice they wanted to make. This was a decision forced upon them, a painful, gut-wrenching moment that left them feeling powerless. Since that day, the tension has lingered. It has hung in the air like a shadow over everything. And it has likely left you feeling confused, hurt, and perhaps even questioning yourself. You may have asked, did I do something wrong? Did I push them away? Do they not care about me anymore? These thoughts can weigh heavily, especially when the silence stretches on. But here is the truth: this silence is not forever. The situation that has been keeping them from you is beginning to shift. The grip that the third party has over them is weakening. Slowly but surely, the invisible chains that have kept them silent are starting to loosen. It may not be obvious yet, but the energy around this situation is changing. When the time is right, your partner will find the courage to take that first step towards you again. They will reach across that invisible line, ready to bridge the gap that has stood between you for so long. This will not be an easy process. It will take strength, courage, and determination. But the signs suggest that this moment is coming. When this happens, when they finally reconnect with you, the truth that has been hidden will come to light. All the unspoken emotions, all the suppressed thoughts, all the unanswered questions will rise to the surface. This will be a chance for both of you to have an honest conversation, to express what you truly feel, and to begin healing the wounds that this situation has caused. But this journey is not just about them, it's also about you. While this silence has been hard on you emotionally, it may have also been a period of deep personal growth. You may have been forced to confront your own fears, insecurities, and doubts. You may have had to find strength within yourself that you didn't know you had. And this growth will serve you well when the moment comes to rebuild this connection. Now, let's take a moment to shift focus to another area of your life, your finances. Just as your love life has felt blocked, your financial situation may also feel heavy and overwhelming right now. You may be facing challenges that seem too big to handle on your own, and perhaps you have been carrying this burden in silence as well. The good news is that help is on the way. You do not have to face this alone. It is understandable if you have been avoiding dealing with certain financial matters, hoping that if you ignore them, they will simply go away. But deep down, you know that you can't keep running from them. This is the moment to turn and face them directly. Interestingly, some of the struggles you are facing now may not even be entirely your own. They may be rooted in deeper, generational patterns, old beliefs about money, scarcity, and self-worth that have been passed down through your family. These patterns can create a kind of financial inheritance, not in the sense of money or property, but in the form of deep-seated fears and limiting beliefs. This month may be the time when these patterns surface, giving you the chance to look at them honestly and break free from them once and for all. This is not an easy process. It can feel uncomfortable to confront the past, to dig into the stories you have been telling yourself about what you deserve and what you are capable of achieving. But doing this work has the power to change everything. By recognizing these patterns and choosing to release them, you can break a cycle that may have held you back for years, perhaps even generations. This is a chance to redefine your relationship with money, to move from a place of fear and scarcity to a place of stability and abundance. This transformation may not happen overnight, but each step you take brings you closer to a future where you feel more secure, more confident, and more empowered. And just as with your relationship, this process is ultimately about freedom, freeing yourself from what has been holding you back so you can create a life that truly reflects who you are and what you desire. In the coming weeks, you may begin to notice signs, small shifts that show you that both your love life and your finances are moving in a new direction. These signs are reminders that nothing stays the same forever, that change is not only possible but inevitable. The silence will not last. The barriers will not hold forever. And the struggles you are facing now are preparing you for the breakthroughs to come. So, hold on. Stay patient. Continue to trust yourself and the journey you are on. The future holds the promise of reconnection, healing, and transformation, both in love and in life. Soon, you will have the chance to step into a new chapter, one that allows you to finally speak the words that have gone unsaid, to embrace the love you have been missing, and to create the stability you have been seeking.